नमस्ते व्यूअर्स। मैं वैशाली सिंघल आपका स्वागत करती हूं अपने चैनल हैप्पी हैप्पी घर में। कुछ दिनों पहले हमने अपने Q&A सीरीज की स्टार्टिंग की थी। उस वीडियो में हमने आपको होम स्कूलिंग के बारे में बताया था, जिसका रिस्पांस काफी अच्छा आया था। तो आज हम अपना Q&A सीरीज का सेकंड वीडियो करने जा रहे हैं, जिसमें हम आपको इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज के बारे में बताएंगे। दोस्तों, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में आजकल हर कोई बात कर लेता है। कोई रुक रुक के बात करता है, कोई सोच सोच के करता है, तो कोई फर्राटेदार इंग्लिश बोलता है। लेकिन बात यह है कि इसमें से कितने लोग हैं जो सही ग्रामेटिकली करेक्ट इंग्लिश में बात करते हैं, और अगर नहीं कर पाते हैं तो वो क्यों नहीं कर पाते हैं। तो आइए इस बारे में हम आज अपनी एक्सपर्ट से बात करेंगे। आज की हमारी मेहमान है मिस खुशनुमा, मुंबई से। ये एक एक्सपर्ट इंग्लिश टीचर रह चुकी हैं, जिन्हें रीडिंग का भी बहुत शौक है। मिस खुशनुमा कॉन्वेंट स्कूल की पढ़ी हुई हैं। इन्होंने कॉन्वेंट स्कूल में ही फिर बच्चों को इंग्लिश ग्रामर, प्रोज और पोइट्री पढ़ाई, सोशल स्टडीज भी पढ़ाया। इसके बाद इन्होंने कॉलेज में बच्चों को 6 साल तक बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की पढ़ाई कराई। इन्हें रीडिंग का इतना शौक है कि इनके अपने पर्सनल कलेक्शन में ही आज 700 से ज्यादा किताबें हैं। इनके अपने फोन में 4 डिक्शनरी एप्स भी हैं। तो आप जान सकते हैं कि ये इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज के बारे में कितनी पैशनेट हैं। तो आइए आज हम उनसे ही सीधे बात करते हैं। हेलो मैम, वेलकम टू माय चैनल हैप्पी हैप्पी घर।
Hi Vishali, how are you? And thank you for having me over.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. So, my first question to you today is that in recent years, we have seen that people and kids mostly talk in social media style. They use lot of slangs. They use lot of shortcuts. Like if they want to write "How are you," they will write "HRU." So, what do you think that what parents can do to improve their spoken English of their kids? Yeah.
I have also seen a lot like that HRU, IDK, and there are so many slangs which, trust me, I did not understand for a very long period. So when somebody had written me IDK once, I thought it could be something. When
Okay.
second time, I was like, okay, I need to Google this. So I went and I typed in there IDK full form, and it came as I don't know. And I was like, wow. So like this internet slangs are responsible for it because everybody is in rush today.
Right.
Nobody wants to take a time. And that is the result of all this. And I don't think anybody or no parents will be able to help this unless and until there is somebody like me and there is somebody like you.
Okay.
We believe that all these slangs and HRU, IDK, K, in place of OK, people are like typing K.
Okay,
So
right.
it depends upon all individual, and if somebody is a lot into reading, and if somebody is into proper, I would say, the language or something, they would not go to make these shortcuts, because how much ever I try, the only shortcut I use is in place of ARER. At times when I am in rush typing a paragraph or something, the only word, the only initial I use is R.
Okay.
Otherwise, I cannot. I have this habit of typing full words. I cannot go in shortcuts. And I think, Vishali, we cannot control over this. No parent will be able to control this. As the kids will grow, might be they get to be in their own.
Okay. So, ma'am, what do you suggest? How to improve one's English grammar? Are there any specific books that you would like to suggest to our viewers about English grammar?
English grammar is something that first of all has the base has to be from the school.
Okay. Right.
The teacher has to be perfect. Your base has to come right from the school. I am very grateful to my teacher and as well as to my tuition teacher. Because in my tuition class, my tuition teacher every single day used to give us 10 sentences.
Right.
Be it anything. They used to be active, passive voice, change the gender, pronouns, nouns, anything. But every single day there was a rule in our tuition class that we have to have this 10 sentences. Okay. And the base that was built in convent by my teacher, that was fantastic. Mrs. Sabawala was a fantastic English teacher, and I owe my language everything to her. And yes, being in convent, the atmosphere was very different. It was all with the nuns around. It was with the Catholic teachers. So, and I think right as a child, right from the beginning as a child, I had that thing in me that no, I have to be good with the grammar. That came because I wanted to score in grammar. Okay. I mean, I wanted to score grammar, not just grammar. I always wanted to score in all the good subjects. So, English, then social studies, everything. So, I think as a child, I was too much into this, and I grasped very much nicely what my teacher taught me. Okay. And for today's kids, I see there are lot means loads, I would say. Loads of grammatical mistakes. Right. Because this internet, I think, is responsible for that. Because now today, nobody wants to say, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? How's you? Right. The world has gone so fast. The pace with which the world is moving is responsible for this. So I would say that if one wants to have their base, a very strong, powerful base, then it has to be nothing but Wren and Martin. Okay. I don't have that book with me currently. I don't know where it is. It is somewhere with me. And it is in what condition, I can't even show that to you. Okay. But it is there with me. Wren and Martin, I think, is a Bible for grammar. Okay. And in our school, though my teacher used to have the syllabus, but still, she used to make us study from Wren and Martin. Okay. And seeing her doing that, when I came to, I think, 6th grade, I myself bought for my own the Wren and Martin. Okay. So because in Wren and Martin, the explanation of everything is given so well, in so detail, that you get to know everything. And today, forget Wren and Martin. Come on, today people would not much want to indulge in Wren and Martin. Today there are so many apps. There are so many YouTube channels. Right. Where you can just type something like, okay, I want to know the pronunciation. I want to learn the language. So over there are so many females, there are so many males, whatever. Everybody is conducting this. So people, children, parents, I think should take them upon this YouTube, make them see these videos so that you can do that. And another way of making your English strong and vocabulary very good, getting to know new words and all, is nothing but the newspapers. Okay. Today, reading is not really much everybody's choice. But newspaper, every household gets. Right. In my age and my house, there were no newspapers. There were no English newspapers. Being a Parsi household, there used to be Gujarati paper. But I had this craziness about fashion right from a very young age. Okay. And we used to get these two magazines called Society and Femina. Okay. So when I used to, Femina was not much, it was much of a fashion, nothing much to read there. But Society was one such magazine. Savvy was one such magazine, which I used to read. Okay. And over there, again, I am such a person, I was and I am, that if I get lost somewhere, coming across a word which I do not understand, which I am unable to comprehend, then I always turn back to dictionary. Okay. Without knowing that word, I cannot go forward. So dictionary also is a must. And today there are so many apps of dictionary. In my phone, I have 4 apps of dictionaries. Right. There is one Merriam-Webster, there is Oxford, Then there is Urban Dictionary. Today, Urban Dictionary is doing super.
Okay.
So these are the ways where you can go and get your word or whatever you are lost in. You can just read into it. You can just find it. You will get the meaning and you can go ahead.
Yeah.
But you know what? One thing which is very important is, as a child, as a student, as a child, it has to come from within.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's of no sense.
Yeah.
Okay, you are reading something and you come across a heavy word. There are so many heavy words which are coming in English, which I fail to understand today. Not everybody gets to know every word. So I always look upon it because that is what I want. It's not necessary that everybody, but yes, I would say if a child grammar or a child's English is to be improved, one for grammar, Wren & Martin is the best. I think to the date, it is the best. And another, you can turn over to newspaper.
Okay. Yeah. I can just take the help of this platform to thank you, because you have been that wonderful teacher who created a great background of English language and a strong foundation of English language in my life. So thank you for that. And I still
Thank you,
remember,
Vaishali. I will thank you for being such a wonderful student.
Yeah.
Because see,
you.
today you were able to grasp and today you were able to learn what I was ready to teach you. And you were always seeing a Wren & Martin with me.
Absolutely, yeah. I still remember you using lot of it. And that's how I remember. I still remember how you always used to carry it around and give us 10 sentences every day to just
Yes,
and
see,
practice
that's what
those.
10 sentences, what my teacher taught me. I made the same attempt to pass it on to you all. If you remember, we used to do 10 sentences and 10 maths, 10 sums of maths.
Exactly.
That was the daily thing that we used to do.
Right. So, ma'am, moving to our third question. Is there any shortcut to learn? I mean, learn anything, since people don't have much time and patience these days. So what do you say?
Learn what? But learn what?
Since we are talking about English language, we can say, for instance, now people want to talk a lot of English every day, you know. So is there any shortcut?
No, there's no shortcut.
Okay.
Whatever you know, you speak. If you don't know, or if you want to improvise like me, today also I'm a sucker for knowledge and I want to learn, I want to know. So I pick up all types of books.
Right.
I pick up all types of dictionaries. Though I have mobile dictionaries, I have Oxford Dictionary with me. I have Merriam-Webster in physical form with me. I have a Gujarati English translation. I have English Hindi translation. I have all this with me. Because at times I made an attempt. There are certain books which are very well written in in Hindi. Okay. And we are not so good in Hindi. I made an attempt to read it. So the first thing I had to do is to look for a dictionary. How do I know what heavy word is that?
Right.
But yeah, I was a super failure in that. I couldn't go much ahead in that Hindi. Yeah. Okay. There are lots of books which are coming in the market for the kids also to practice it. Yes. There are lots of grammar books like, I don't know. I had one. Yeah, there is one with me. Like this. I had to give it to somebody. For somebody, I had bought it. Okay. So it is like this. It's written Essential English Grammar, a self-study reference and practice book for the elementary students of English by Raymond Murphy. And it's from the Cambridge University Press. Okay. So if anybody wants, like besides Wren & Martin, or if somebody doesn't want Wren & Martin, this is available even on Amazon. Okay. And this is a lovely book. You just have to fill in everything. Everything is given in. Like fill in the blanks. You just see, and the kids can do that very well. Okay. Okay. I had to gift it to somebody, to a child. So I got it because I thought this is the best gift to give a 5-year-old. Yeah, books are amazing gifts. I also believe it. Books are amazing. And this habit of reading has to be inculcated in a child right from the very tender age. Right. They do sports, they do TV, they do anything. But apart from that, I feel it is essential to make them sit with this even for 15 minutes a day.
Right.
And slowly and steadily
they pick up that
I
practice.
remember when I was in college and when the lectures used to be so boring. Instead of bunking the lecture, what I used to do is carry a novel or any book with me to read,
right.
So that under the notes that we write, under the lecture book, I used to put that, and lecture would go on. Sometimes it gets so boring and I would sit and enjoy as if I'm enjoying the lecture. So that is the craze in me. I am completely crazy about reading, about books. There are times when you have to sit at the doctor's clinic for long hours.
Yeah.
There are people who get very tired. There are people who complain, oh, there's 1 hour waiting. And trust me, I have never felt in my life that it is a 1 hour waiting or it is 2 hour waiting. Right. Because if I know I'm going anywhere, there is always a book in my bag. So if I'm stuck anywhere, if I'm stuck in a cab, if I'm in a train, anywhere, I never feel bored or I never feel, oh, there's a lot of time. This book is always there to my rescue, and that's my best friend.
Yeah, and it's a great way to utilize your time also. I mean,
yeah,
you just get
and
lost.
Of course, another thing was that I got very much into this reading. I got very much interested, and I was very keen to start when the first I started reading Sidney Sheldon.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was in 11th grade, I remember that. No, not even 11th, in the 10th grade.
Okay.
So earlier it was those Enid Blyton.
Yeah.
Then Nancy Drew.
Okay.
And we had a very good library also, which was very reachable.
Okay. Which is an important part in...
yes, it is an important part, yeah. So as kids in vacation, I used to rush to library to sit there, to read. So I think it all comes from within also. And yeah, because in my house, there is nobody who enjoys reading at all.
Okay.
Nobody, except for me, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, ma'am, what made you use so much dictionary? How effective is of a dictionary help a person when he is reading? I mean, we always know, yeah,
it helps a lot. It helps a lot, Vaishali. It does help a lot. Now, if there is a word, like as I said, if I don't know something, how would I know what this sentence means, what the author is wanting to tell me? So immediately today, the mobile apps are so convenient. You just type the word and you get to know it, and then your word comes easy. Your reading becomes easy. You get to know what is actually being want to convey to you.
Right.
So that's dictionaries are very important. I think that everybody, as kids also, now all the children are having mobile phones.
Right.
So I think they should have at least one app of a dictionary. Okay. And today the Urban Dictionary is so lovely. Okay. There are certain everyday slangs which are not in Oxford. Okay. But in Urban Dictionary, you find every damn thing.
Okay. So, ma'am, some people think that by watching English movies, their English will improve. So, what do you say?
Yes, it does. See, sometimes there were times when you are not much into the language and you start watching a movie. You are watching movie means you are trying to understand what they are saying in the movie, the dialogues and all.
Right.
As the movie goes on, you try to understand. Even if you don't understand with the body language, you get to know. But slowly and steadily, 1 movie, 2 movie, 3 movies, and I'm sure by the end, if somebody is not much into English after watching 3, 4 movies, he will be absolutely fine understanding what the actors are saying in the movie. So yes, English movies also does play important role. It does.
Okay. So ma'am, the last question for you today is, outside school, what can one do to bring a culture of speaking English in their homes maybe, or when you meet somebody outside, especially for Indians? What would you say?
It has to be in home. It has to be in the house. The parents have to make an effort to start conversing with children in the English. So it has, as how you say, the charity begins at home.
Right.
This base also has to be from home. And plus in the school also, I'm sure teachers are very efficient and teachers are taking a lot of care about it. But I think it has to come from home. Okay. The parents have to make an effort to speak to a child in English, because once they will start speaking with their children in English, automatically, how much does a child talk outside? How the more he converses is with his parents, with his siblings, with his friends, with his people staying in the apartments in the colony. So that is how, if one or two people will start, the others will also start.
Okay. So it's by practicing, you practice more.
Yeah, it's by practicing in the house, the parents, then automatically the children will also get into it. Okay. So, ma'am, this was a wonderful, insightful, and a great conversation today. We had a great time talking to you about English language on our channel today. And I hope my viewers will really like this. So thank you for your precious time. And I really look forward to you, that you come back to my channel sharing some more knowledge and bring some more insightful things from your side. Sure, Vaishali, it was great of you to have me on your channel, and I'm so happy the first day that you had sent me the link about that song, I think that you had sung of Jagjit Singh. Yes, ma'am. Yes. That was, I think, the first update of yours on the YouTube channel. And yes. I was really so glad. I'm really happy that you have taken this initiative, you as well as your husband, both of you all. It's a very good thing. And it's good that you all are getting people from various fields of life on this channel, so that people can get to interact, people can get to meet and pass on whatever their experiences and their knowledge. Experiences and the knowledge. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you, Vaishali. Yeah. मैं उम्मीद करती हूँ कि आप सबको मेरा आज का ये वीडियो बहुत पसंद आया होगा। आप इसके बारे में कमेंट सेक्शन में जाके बता सकते हैं कि आपको ये वीडियो कैसा लगा, और जिन बुक्स के बारे में मैम ने आज बात की, हम उन बुक्स का लिंक आपको हमारे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में शेयर करेंगे, तो आप उन डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में जाके उन बुक्स को भी खरीद सकते हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच।